Example 3, we want to find the standard equation of this ellipse. Now, this ellipse is clearly a vertical ellipse. Which one is it then? Again, A is always the major axis. So I'm looking for the part that has A underneath the Y value. And that's this one over here. A squared is underneath the Y portion. So I'm ignoring this part of my roadmap. And I want to find this equation. And I got no numbers here that are pointed out for me. So I had to do some investigating. First of all, let's realize what I need to find. I need to find K and H. Well, the center is HK, so I need to find both of those, and then A and B, and then square them. So let's see what I can do. First of all, the center. What looks like the center to you? To me, it looks like -2, 7, right around here, to the left 2, from the origin, left 2, up 7. So that's great news. If I know the center, then I know H and K. So H is -2 and K is 7. And then what else can I find here? From this center point, I know how far am I from each edge? Well, the minor axis is 6 wide. So from the center, I go 3 to the left and 3 to the right. That tells me B. And from the center along the major axis, how far up do I have to go? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I go up 7 and down 7. So the major axis is 14 long. But the major axis is 2 times A, so that means A is 7, which means A squared is 49. So the semi-major axis is 7. Semi means half, don't forget. So from the center to one edge, the long way is 7. That's the semi-major axis. And from the center to the short edge is 3. That's the semi-minor axis. So that means A squared is 49 and B squared is 9. So I'm done. This is my equation. Notice the bigger number is underneath the y value, so it's orientated vertically. The center here is -2, 7. Don't get confused. It's still an ordered pair. Order matters. The x has to come first, then the y. So whatever is associated with the x, that would come first. In this case, it's -2, +7. And then it's asking me to graph its foci. So I got to find the foci first. And the foci they're always C away from the center. So here, the center again is -2, 7. So I need to go C up along the major axis and then C down the major axis. I got to find what those are. Come on. Well, to find C, I have this Pythagorean relationship. A squared is the same as B squared plus C squared. And guys, we know what A squared and B squared are. A squared is 49. B squared is 9. So I'm going to use that. 49 equals 9 plus C squared. So C is plus or minus rad 40, but again, we would discard the negative part because it's a distance. And rad 40 is the same thing as rad 4 times rad 10. So this is 2 rad 10. That's what C is. So the foci are 2 rad 10 away from the center. And goodness knows what 2 rad 10 is. So hold on a second. Okay, so 2 rad 10. Come on now. 2 times rad 10 is about 6.3. So I need to go 7 plus 6.3, so about 13.3, and then 7 minus 6.3. So about 0.7. So this is about, oops. -2, comma, I forgot the digits already. 13.3 and 0.7. These are my two foci, and I was asked to graph these. So I go back up here, -2, comma 13.3. Here's 10, 11, 12, 13.3, and then -2.3. So here, these two blue dots are the foci. That's where I would put my two pins in to draw my ellipse. Example 4, last one for today. So find the equation of ellipse that has a major axis endpoints, so in other words, vertices, at these two, and a minor axis length of 4. All right, now what does that mean? Do I have one facing horizontally or vertically? Well, let me just sketch these out because I'm not entirely sure. -3, 7. I don't have to be super accurate. I just have to have an idea. To the right 3 and down 7. And then 3, 3 is to the right 3 and up 3. So that's the major. Those are the major axis endpoints. So these are the vertices. So that's a vertical difference. So I'm talking about a vertical one here. So I'm ignoring the horizontal. My A value is always the bigger one. That's going to go underneath the Y part. And the major axis has a length of 4. Well, hold on a second. The ellipse, if these are the two vertices of the ellipse, then what is the number right in the middle here? What's that center? It's definitely 3 something, right? So what's halfway between -7 and 3? You can think about it a couple of ways. I think of it as if I went down 7 and I went up 3, that's a total distance of 10. So the major axis is 10. And halfway is 5. So if I start up here, if I'm 3 up and if I go 5 down, that puts me at -2. So my center is 3 comma -2. Center is 3 and -2. The major axis is 10, so that tells me that A is 5, and if A is 5, then 25 is going underneath here. The minor axis is 4, so that means 2 to the left, 2 to the right. So that means B is 2, which means B squared is 4. So 4 is going to go under here. And we can jump right to the end. We know the center, which is 3, -2. So +3 would be here, and then -2. Remember, it's always x minus the h value, y minus the k value. And then the a squared is underneath the y value because this one is orientated vertically, and b squared is underneath the x value.